Democrats thought this shutdown was going to make them heroes, but what's really happening? Black voters are walking away in record numbers, and it starts with this clip right here.
Hakeem, Jeffries, I want you to sit your candy corn, little teeth having ass down somewhere. Yes, I'm talking to you. You great value, orthopedic head ass, Obama looking motherfucker. I'm talking to you, Hakeem Jeffries. You gonna have the audacity to say something that he won't say it in your face. Who the fuck is you? Who the fuck you think you is? Oh, you think cause your name Hakeem that you the Prince of Zamunda. You think you coming to America. Bitch, we in America and you ain't doing shit, Hakeem. You think you Prince of Zamunda and you think you can say what the fuck you want to say? Talking about somebody won't say that to your face. Don't nobody want to say that to your face with them little bitty ass teeth in your mouth. You grown as hell with 2-year-old teeth. How you that old and ain't lost your baby teeth? Huh?
Hey, I technically, he's coming at me. I literally have a baby tooth in my mouth to this day. Yeah, but hey, back to Hakeem.
You sitting here doing all this shit like somebody supposed to be scared of you. Who the fuck is you? Who you supposed to be? You ain't no damn body to be scared of. Talking about they won't say. Oh, okay. Oh, you letting your little testes hang today. I see. Yeah, but ain't no man. Sit the fuck down. Matter of fact, take several fucking seats and sit down, Mr. Hakeem.
Now, as a member of the small teeth, big gum community, I caught a couple strays. However, I can laugh at myself. But Hakeem Jeffries is trying to play power broker while the country shuts down. But you can hear it in the tone of the streets right now. Y'all heard that clip. People are fed up. And this isn't MAGA voices only. This is Democrat-based voters saying enough is enough. And if you want to see how deep this hypocrisy actually runs, wait until you see what CNN just got caught admitting.
Our political power players, Scott Jennings and Karen Finney, are here.
Well, the president did try to bring them into the room the other day, and they wouldn't budge. I mean, look, the facts here are pretty simple. The Republican Party has put on the floor and voted for a clean, continuing resolution, no changes. These are Biden budget numbers, by the way, and numbers that Democrats have voted for 13 times. Nothing up our sleeves here, Caitlin. They're trying to keep the government open long enough to negotiate things like the health care issue, which you were just debating, which I actually think maybe Republicans will wind up dealing on that. But they're not going to do it under duress, and they're not going to do it under threat of rolling back all the Medicaid reforms that were done this summer. So I think President Trump tried to bring the Democrats in. And at the end of the day, I think the American people know here they're looking at two parties. One's trying to do a bunch of funny business. One's trying to keep the doors open. And right now, I don't think the funny business side is winning in the eyes of the American people.
Well, I just want to correct something. You know, Scott, you know how much I respect you, but let's be honest here.
I don't need to be corrected, and I don't need to be told I'm dishonest, Karen. But by all means, go ahead. We're stunned. I'll just be honest with you. We're stunned. I mean, the Democratic constituencies are principally immigration populations and government workers. This is what your party relies on, and you've closed shop on government in Washington, D.C., and eventually they're going to get tired of it. There is no reason this government cannot be left open.
So you're saying the 75 million Americans who voted for Kamala Harris were all immigrants?
No, I'm saying
that's not true.
I'm saying I'm listening to Democratic arguments about most policy issues, and I'm looking at Democratic energy, and it mostly has to do with things to do with immigrants, illegal and some legal, and things to do with government bureaucrats. And right now you're putting one of your constituencies out of business.
Can I say one thing, which is that people who are in the country illegally cannot get these subsidies that we're talking about.
Sure they can.
No, they can't.
No, they can't. It's federal law, Scott.
Who do you think pays when they go to the emergency room? It's the Medicaid emergency program.
Going to the emergency room is not getting an Obamacare subsidy.
You guys are conflating. You guys are conflating these issues. You're conflating these issues.
And you're being dishonest with the
subsidies are a separate issue. The Medicaid program cuts are a different thing.
Right, but I'm talking about subsidies.
Medicaid and the Obamacare stuff are two different issues. And I said the subsidies may get negotiated over time, but what Democrats want to do is roll back what the Republican Medicaid reforms were. They want, look, I don't understand why everybody's so mad. For time immemorial, Democrats have argued that it's good. It's good for illegal immigrants to get Medicaid. Every candidate for president in 2020 raised their hand for it. In the big, beautiful bill debate, they argued it was good policy. I can't believe there's an about-face in the Democratic Party on it today.
Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants.
My bad, y'all.
Hold on. I got a question for Karen, but Scott, I will say, People who are in the country illegally also can't get Medicaid.
Sure
That's
they
federal
can.
law.
Sure they can.
They can't get Medicaid.
They also
Medicare,
can't register to vote. They also can't register to vote, but we just found one in Maryland who was running the Des Moines school system.
Oh, my God, one!
I mean,
Scott.
I'm telling you, you guys say these things can't happen, and then they happen.
Scott, but I'm just saying it's federal law. And
You can run cover for it if you want, but they do get federal tax money. They get federal tax money. Ask Jake, he had it on today.
I'm just saying it's against
reimbursements to hospitals, some of which does go to undocumented immigrants using health care there to those hospitals.
The amount of money that actually is going towards people who are undocumented is such a small portion of the Medicaid cuts or the Affordable Care Act.
Support giving illegal immigrants taxpayer-funded health care, yes or no?
We support giving money, support
The answer is yes. You expanded health care access in 2024 under Medicaid.
For senior citizens.
Governor, after the election, you said,
I would do it all
reclaiming
over
my
again.
time. Governor.
Did y'all catch that? They want to pretend the shutdown is about helping families, but when pressed, they dodge on Medicaid for illegals. Americans, working class Americans, man, Edison think. So my grandma has to fight for coverage, but you're making sure non-citizens get it first? Let me show you the receipts because Democrats lied about this straight to your face.
So as I've been telling people, your payment is on layaway. Yeah, that's basically what that is. Now that is for those people that are deemed essential. You have a number of people in the federal government that are not deemed essential. So if someone's not deemed essential, then they're sitting at home waiting to get called back to work. And even if they're sitting at home, they are not allowed to go out and get another job. Yeah, they make you be broke until they get their stuff together. And to be clear, members of Congress, we still get paid. I just want to put that out there because I like to be fully transparent. So it's
oh, wow. Now, remember, we seen the clip 2019 or 2020. Every single Democrat raised their hand for free health care for illegals. Fast forward today, they, going to continue to pretend like it never happened. This is why voters are flipping, because when the rent's due and groceries is sky high, you don't get to forget who raised their hand. And she's making you suffer because she wants health care for illegals. Members of Congress still get paid. And while the previous administration knows this is blowing up,
they're lying. They're just outright lying.
That is a bold-faced lie, and it really shows how desperate they are.
This is also an outright lie. There is nothing in anything that we have proposed that is trying to change that law.
They make up lies, absolute lies.
Oh, really?
They say, what they're fighting to do is prevent, say, illegal immigrants from getting federal health care dollars. That is a damn lie.
I feel like they've walked into a bit of a trap, because your point is that if they were to make these changes, it would allow states to use federal dollars to help give illegal immigrants health care. Go.
Yes, that's exactly right, Dana. In fact, I have the Democrat proposed continuing resolution right here, where you can read in the text a provision that would remove the provision that Republicans passed in President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill to ensure that illegal aliens in our country cannot receive Medicaid and taxpayer-funded health care benefits. That was happening under the Biden administrations, and the Democrats endorsed it, encouraged it, and vocally supported it. Joe Biden and the Democrats allowed millions and millions of illegal aliens into our country. They paroled them into the country. They gave them a Band-Aid called temporary protective status. They completely abused our immigration system. And then those illegal aliens were receiving the taxpayer-funded health care benefits of hardworking American taxpayers. That's why wait times at hospitals went through the roof under the Biden administration. And that's why the Trump administration and President Donald Trump immediately fixed this and changed it into law with the One Big Beautiful Bill. And And now Democrats, rather than just passing a clean continuing resolution to keep the government funded, which is what the president and Republicans want, they submitted a continuing resolution that puts this poison pill back into law. That's what they want to do. And it's completely unacceptable. President Trump ran on the promise to end taxpayer-funded benefits going to illegal aliens. And tens of millions of Americans across the country voted him back to this beautiful White House to implement that promise, and he did. And now Democrats want to undo it. And they are holding our country hostage. They are holding the American people hostage for this wildly unpopular proposal to give taxpayer-funded benefits to illegals. And now they're lying about it, and they know it.
On that, yeah, it's more than lying about it, man. Caroline Leavitt, oh my gosh. Trump did his thing when he picked her, because, boy, you ain't going to be able to just say anything to her. They look cornered. The Democrats look really cornered right now. These radicals, they can't sell this story anymore. And if you think Pelosi's going to reel them in, I want you to watch this mess, because inside their own party, the split is wide open.
There was a thought from the Republicans that AOC is directing this, and she said that senators are welcome to go to her office directly. Is she driving that?
Why are you saying such a ridiculous thing?
Because she actually said that. That's what she actually said.
I'm just quoting what AOC said. She said go to her office directly. Do you think there's any credibility to that?
She's not directing this. She's wonderful. She's a real team player and the rest of that. You started by saying Republicans saying that she's directing this. She is not. Hakeem Jeffries is. And this takes a lot of experience, a lot of unity from the caucus in terms of the point of view. And that's what this is. She's an articulate spokesperson for her point of view, Hakeem Jeffries.
There was a thought from the Republicans that
out here defending AOC like she's the future while the shutdown crumbles around them. That's not leadership, man. That is panic. I told y'all just previously, they looking cornered. And for her not to know that AOC actually said, we watched the clip yet. What was it, yesterday or the day before? AOC. And here's the knockout punch, yo. Just roll the tape.
I haven't heard anybody in my party saying that illegal immigrants should get access to the health insurance marketplace.
I'm so glad you said that. Actually, I have some tape of your Democratic Party members saying this on the debate stage. So they've all said it. Let's play the clip.
A lot of you have been talking tonight about these government health care plans that you've proposed in one form or another. This is a show of hands question, and hold them up for a moment so people can see. Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants. Okay.
Senator, that's literally every member of your party, from moderate to more progressive, that have said that in the past.
I haven't heard anybody in my party saying.
There it is. Every hand up. We seeing it. I don't mind seeing that repeated, because you got to show the receipts to these people. Every promise made, and now denial mode. That's the next phase. Black voters aren't stupid. American voters, period. We ain't not stupid. We remember. And when you add a shutdown on top of that, look, it's all over. All right? It's all over. I don't even have a segue for this. I just want y'all to watch this guy who's raised Democrat. Never knew this.
So I was thinking, what if the reason Joe Biden felt comfortable enough to say, if we don't vote for him, we're not black, is the same reason why President L.B. Johnson said that he's going to have black people, or actually these N-words, voting Democrat for the next 200 years? Is it because they still view us as their property? And what I mean by that is both of these presidents were Democrat. And did you know the Democratic Party, historically speaking, was the party of segregation, slavery, the KKK, and racism?
Mm-hmm. Boom, bada, boom, boom, boom.
I don't know, but once I find enough dots, I start connecting them.
Many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox. And a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to. but the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling.
Now, that's not a slight towards all of my brothers and sisters who don't share the same skin color, nothing like that. But, this is an awakening that we're starting to see in my community right now. Record numbers. That's what you're seeing. That's what we're seeing. Black voters finally saying, we gave you decades. You gave us shutdowns, laws, and open borders. If you still think this is just politics as usual, think again. Now, if you made it to the end of this video, I want you to comment, where's the exit? Yeah. And if you want to continue to see what's going on and get all these updates, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank y'all for coming to check out another episode. Please be safe. Go check on a friend today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.